you could use a list of topics you generated, or
Assume
Rabbit,
I
we could
assume you
move
want me to give
on.
you some of mine. I have some
We can
I have
sit
some
here
topics that
and say, you guys are lovely. You guys are lovely. You're wonderful people. But we're here at Infinite Nonsense, where nothing really matters, and you guys just keep yapping away.
Oh yeah,
I'm
we do.
Somebody, and I'm your host today. And that there's Rabbit Hat, and that there's George.
Hi.
what's up?
George, there you go. Good boy.
Fuck
Congratulations.
you.
Now we here at Infinite Nonsense, we tend to talk about a bunch of gibberish all the time. We talk about this, we talk about that. But today we're obviously going to start with the standard. How was your guys' weeks? George, do you want to start?
Yeah, sure. My week's been pretty good. Um, let's see. Did anything happen since we last talked? Trying to think here. Oh yeah, I sent you guys that picture of the dude Dr. Pepper with the coconut stuff, and you guys fought about that. That was funny.
Very short fight.
It was fun.
Very short
I
fight.
I enjoyed that fight. All the listeners out there, they're not going to hear that fight.
Absolutely not.
They're not going to hear that fight?
I mean, they
Oh, but
can
I
hear
thought
that fight.
I
We
thought
we could always make it a members only thing if we ever
I
get
thought
that
they were going to hear
unlocked.
that fight because there was a video of the fight where I beat you over the head with a
Shh.
can of the soda.
Shh, shh, shh. Look, the spray got everywhere. It was very creamy.
It was very sticky too.
Yeah,
What the
it
heck?
was. But I enjoyed that fight. I got to take a
It was a-
nice warm shower after the fact.
I was gonna say it was a sticky, sweet, and creamy mess all over. It just exploded out. Anyway, moving on.
What the fuck?
Walking away from that topic.
Walking away from that, Rabbit, how was your?
Have you ever had a nail punctured right into your tire before?
I thought you were gonna say foot, and I was gonna say yes earlier this week when I stepped on the screw, which is very similar, to be fair. Not a nail itself.
I had
Uh,
I had to take my so a couple weeks ago, my car had a low tire pressure signal go off, and I freaked out about it because obviously I was at a street light when it came off. Yeah, because that's obvious. And I ended up driving it, managing to get home just fine. And I looked up the manual just to see what I should be doing and said, oh, yeah, do the calibration. You should be good. So I did that. I talked to others about it. Everyone I spoke to said, yeah, tire pressure gauge sensors always go off. It's normally a false sensing thing. Which is okay, fair. I feel comfortable enough to continue driving my car. I recalibrated it. The light didn't go back on. A week and a half later, and that's like 4 days ago from this recording.
Uh-oh.
My sensor went back off as I'm going to work. It's like no. So
Uh-oh.
I ended up calling the dealership that I got the car from just to make an appointment. Turns out I don't need to make an appointment for those kind of things. So it's like, cool. I'll take it out over at lunch because if it is a going bad tire, or it's just a bad sensor, I'd rather just have it looked at, patched up, fixed up, whether it's the sensor being fixed or the tire being fixed. I don't care which. But I'll take it at lunch because it's such a slow leak if it is a leak. I take it to the dealership during my lunch period, and I'm there for 2 hours waiting for it to be taken care of. And I said, I don't care how long it takes. I just need this fixed because if I don't have a vehicle to get to and from work, I'm screwed. So turns out, yeah, there was a nail in the tire. So they patched that right up and washed my car, and it cost me nothing because I still have it on warranty. Great thing to have for vehicles specifically because those can go bad quickly. You don't really want to get warranty on video games or things like that because just take care of those, and they'll go bad after the warranty's gonna be expired anyway. So there's no reason to get it.
When's the last time a video game had a warranty?
This
That's a
year, I mean, I'm asked that at Walmart, like, hey, do you want to put a warranty on the game you're buying? It's like, nah, I'm good.
What?
Yeah.
What kind of warranty is that?
Well, I mean, GameStop also provided those warranties as well because kids would break games.
Yeah, I guess if you're
Oh
covering
yeah,
damage to a physical copy, that makes sense.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
That
so
that, that does
it's
make sense. Yeah.
basically a warranty to be able to return it to the store without too much issue.
Right.
That's fair enough. That's fair
Yeah.
enough.
But I take care of my shit. So it's just like, no, I am not going to get the warranty. But for a car, absolutely. You're taking it outside in the elements. You're going to be taking it on the road where there's potentially construction and nails get in the tire. So that's been my week, having to fix a car.
That's wonderful.
Seems like a pretty easy week to me.
Well, it was
That
either
does sound
that
like a nice week.
or having to scramble in the last 2 hours of the work week trying to get a big project done because I'm waiting on someone else to provide me with stuff that I haven't been gotten yet. But that's just a normal thing in work environments anyway.
That's fair. You want to hear something fun about this weekend that has been driving me insane all week?
What's up?
What?
So I probably shouldn't be saying this because this is actually like a problem and we shouldn't do it. But
Okay, editor, censor this.
Yes, censor this, editor.
All right.
Censor the entire story. It doesn't matter, just one long beep every time I speak, please.
Okay, you got it.
But when I say I shouldn't be saying that because it's dangerous, we tend to leave our front door open because where we live, we're secluded for the most part. But we want our dogs to be able to go out, run, have fun. It's all fenced in. It's safe. It's fine. But because of this week I started hearing some high-pitched crying outside of my bedroom window. And I was like, it's just Bumble doing his thing. He used to do this all the time, sit outside my window and whimper because he wanted to be near me. And it's like, buddy, go in the house if you want. Like, just come in the house. Like, buddy. But irrelevant. I heard this and I was like, oh, Bumble's outside the window again. And then it kept happening and I was like, Bumble hasn't done that in a long time. I went outside of my room. Bumble's laying on the floor in the hallway and I'm like, what's making that noise? So the next time it happens, I get up out of my bed, look out my window. There's nothing there. There's nothing. So it's like, what is this squealing? I eventually saw a bird like flutter away from my window after one of these times to look. I think that was on Wednesday. And then Thursday it happens again. I come back over, I see the bird flutter away, and I'm like, it's still happening. It wasn't the bird like crying. And then it finally clicked. There are baby birds in a nest in my window, just living there. They're just baby birds in my window.
You got
and they're
baby little governmental drones. Aww.
Yeah, I got little drones in my window. You're so cute.
Yeah, they're not real, but yeah.
They're so cute.
I can't help but laugh because I don't want to actually be associated as fully believing that. God.
I would fully not expect, but I would believe that there is a percentage of birds that aren't real.
Oh yeah, like the dodo bird.
Well, I believe that one was real and still is. It's just not alive.
No, they just configured old bones together and so it's like, this is what it looked like.
Yeah, I'd believe it. But anyway, that's my week, that's your week, George, and that's your week, Rabbit. But how about we get on to the main meat of the day? My main meat.
What's the topic, Soom?
George, why do you gotta be this way? Why you gotta be so pushy? Why you gotta push and push?
Is it meat?
I'm not pulling.
Is that the topic? Is it meat?
Do you want it to be meat?
I don't know. You're kind of setting it up to be meat.
It's not meat. Do you think I set things up?
Yes.
Rabbit, do you think anything I do is intentional? Do you think there's any setup involved in this?
Yeah, you're a Domino's master.
Endlessly?
Yes. You're a Domino's master.
You're a raccoon?
I'm not. First of all, I'm not Domino's master. I'm Papa John himself.
No.
No, I'm not that, like, weird doomsday kind of a person. Thank you for asking. But no, getting on to today's meaty, fleshy topic. Happy, fun time, meat flesh time. Um, I wanted to talk to you about plans and or lack
Plans.
thereof.
All right.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, okay.
I want to hear, Rabbit. Do you normally go around in life? Do you plan out every little thing? Do you plan out most of what you do? Do you plan your days ahead of time? Do you wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to do this today? Or do you just fly by the seat of your pants, go like, oh, wow, there's a car coming straight at me. I better swerve. And then you don't swerve and get smashed? Rabbit? Ra-
Here's the
I
thing.
think he just impromptu getting a soda.
I fly by the seat of my pants 90% of the time.
Okay.
I do not fully plan out anything. I will create a skeletal structure of generally where I should go or what I should do. And then from that skeletal structure, I'll fill in the blanks as I hit them. Because if I'm not doing that, I think there's a saying about this: the best laid plans, God
Of
laughs
mice
at
and
you,
men.
or something like that.
Yeah, see, I always just hear the best laid plans of mice and men. Like it's implied that everything goes to shit anyway.
Right, exactly. So even if you make a plan to do something, you gotta expect it to never go through. Because if it doesn't go through and you don't have a backup or you're not able to improv it, you're gonna be SOL. Not to be
What?
confused with AOL.
What does SOL mean?
Shit out of luck.
I thought it was Spain Online,
What?
America
What?
Online, AOL,
Uh-huh.
Spain Online. You know, they're
Uh,
not to be
I
confused, but they could be on the same thing. You know.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't hear Spain. I thought you said
Oh.
spanking online. I'm going, what?
Oh, Rabbit.
That's a very different thing.
Today's a spicy episode, isn't it? Then.
Yeah, apparently. But
Anyway.
yeah, like I said, 10% of it. It's kind of like when I do GMing for tabletops. I will have this is the end. This is kind of where I
Great
want
movie.
people to be for the
Just
middle
bitched the movie
sections, and this is how it's going to start. And everything else is, I got nothing. I'll come up with it as I go.
That's completely fair, and honestly probably the best way to handle DMing or GMing or however you want to address it, because I think DM is like trademarked specifically for Dungeons and Dragons or copywritten. I don't remember which version, but you can't be a
Maybe?
DM in Pathfinder. You have to be a GM.
Well, that and GM is more generic because it's game master. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what system you're in, you can be a GM. DM
But
is
it
literally meaning dungeon master. You're the master of the dungeon. Well, what if you're not in a dungeon? You're in a city.
well, yeah, Rabbit, you're right. But isn't a dungeon just a city? Sorry, isn't a city just a dungeon, but on the surface?
No.
It's all rooms and corridors, full of monsters called humans and elves and dwarves and what have you. It's just a dungeon on the surface, man.
I refuse.
I refuse.
I refuse. Okay, Volby. I'm sorry, I'm off track here. What were we talking about? We were talking about DMs and GMs and GMs and DMs. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. It is a more generic term, and that's why it's more generally used anyway. But I believe it is a legally required distinction for like Pathfinder. They can't use the terminology for it, regardless of if they wanted to.
True.
I do believe it is like a legal thing, because is it Hasbro? I forget who owns. It's Hasbro that owns Baldur's Gate, Dungeons and Dragons at this point.
Yeah.
Yes, Hasbro owning Baldur's Gate. I love that company.
They kind of do, because Baldur's Gate, the IP is from Wizards of the Coast, which is owned by Hasbro.
Yes, that thank you. There we go. But yeah.
Meanwhile,
either way,
Paizo is its own thing.
What is Paizo? Is Paizo Pathfinder,
Pathfinder.
or is it something?
There-
It is? Okay.
Paizo
I've
is
just never heard it.
Pathfinder. It's also what was the space version of it called again?
Not to be
Jesus.
confused with Pie Show. It's a board
I've actually
game.
just never heard of Paizo until you mentioned
Starfinder.
it,
That's what it
last
was.
time. Starfinder. Interesting.
I want to
just never
try
heard of
Starfinder
Paizo,
so
you know?
bad because it is
Oh, I love
literally
her in Teen Titans.
well, Starfinder is literally Dungeons and Dragons in space.
Interesting.
Like you got space goblins, space zombies, you got space wizards, space.
So I could send people through a derelict space station while they face space goblins and kobolds who set up very intelligent, almost human-like traps to catch them.
Exactly. That is exactly what Starfinder is. Yes.
Interesting.
And you can have people be a ranger, but for space, a barbarian in space.
Space Ranger?
Yes.
That's Space Ranger.
All right.
Buzz Lightyear.
As much as I'm loving the Paizo, and learning Paizo is a term for things, I do think you've had a little bit of enough time for this topic, or this little bit of a segment, between us talking.
But
You're
I
just
have
kind of
more.
getting. You have more.
That's
Well, we
fine.
can
I
come
don't
back
mind
to
it.
later.
Yeah,
George,
y'all
shut
can
the
keep
fuck
going.
up. Shut the hell up, George.
Shut the hell up.
No.
Start talking now.
No. Don't start talking
All right,
now.
shutting
Shut up.
up.
Shut
I'm
up.
shutting-
Sit
No,
down.
I'm shutting
Stand up. Shut up and listen. Shut up. Start talking. Shut up. Sit down. Stand. Get on your knees. Shut up. Sit. Now lay down.
Oh my.
Now stand up. Now shut up. Now start talking. Okay. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. As much fun as I've been having with this rabbit, we'll come back to you later. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your cute little head about it. George. I asked Rabbit earlier, does he fly by the seat of his pants? Does he, plan everything out? Does he do his thing? So, George, let me ask you a question. Tell me about a time you planned out something as best you could, and either it didn't go to plan or it went perfectly fine, and there was surprisingly no difficulties involved.
I'm trying to think. I think this was was it high school or early college? I was trying to plan a birthday party for a friend, and it spectacularly failed. Um, because I think he was like a busboy at like a restaurant or whatever, and then he was forced to come in, and it sucked because everything else went perfectly well except the main person didn't show up. So we partied in his name, basically, while he was working. But I don't. Other than that, though, I don't really plan much.
Come on,
That's
man.
the
There's
thing.
got to be something you planned. What, did you plan to, make a dinner for yourself one night and you accidentally forgot to buy the peas you needed for your soup?
Oh,
man,
no.
there's got to be some things you plan for and then you just forget. You think, oh boy, I'm going to come home from Walmart today and I'm going to fry up some chicken and share it with my goldfish.
You know, one thing that actually reminds me, you know what I hate the most is when you go to the store and you're like, I don't need a grocery list. I can remember everything. And you come back and you go to that one spot in your house that you're like, wait, I forgot to buy that one thing. Fuck. It's
All
like one thing too.
time. All
Walking
the
into the-
goddamn time. I will go to the store and I'm shut up right now, but I'll come back to me.
No. You keep going, Rabbit. Keep going. I like it.
I go to
No, yeah.
Yeah, no, no, yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
talk of you. Go. No, go. Don't ignore me. Go.
Okay, I'll go to the store. I'll grab a whole bunch of stuff, not bothering to look at whatever list may or may not have been created. And then I'll come back home and I'll be like, the sour cream. I forgot that to build my dips. And I'll go back to the store again with the mission of sour cream, come back home and go, I forgot the sour cream. And that happens about a good 5-10 times.
Especially if it's like for that one thing you want, and then you go back and it's like, I missed it again. What the fuck? Why am I like this? Why am I like this?
I've got milk
Oh
3
my
separate
God.
times. I bought a bag of cereal, did not buy milk.
Oh, that's fine though. That's fine. Cereal just tastes different with milk.
Well, to be fair, I do not like this cereal. It's shredded mini wheats. That it
It's great
doesn't
cereal.
taste. It's a great cereal. Doesn't taste good without milk to me. It
No,
needs
that's
that
true.
Oh
sogginess.
yeah, no.
Yep.
You got to go with the peanut butter crunch by itself, just kind of popping it in your mouth. It's so good.
Yeah. I love doing that. Listen. You know how you get horse feeders? You attach it to the front of the horse's mouth, like the kind of like a muzzle, and they just kind of munch on it as they go. Sometimes, or like donkey feeders for like
Okay,
long journeys.
Yeah,
Do you not know these
of
things?
them. I know
Yeah,
of
yeah,
them.
no, we
I'm
do.
concerned of the direction that this is going, but
Yeah,
I
yes,
know
no,
of
I have
them.
eaten from such a contraption that I made for myself because I wanted to eat Captain Crunch but continue doing something.
What the fuck?
All right,
I-
you know, I wish I had
What the
something
fuck?
like that. Thinking about it, because I have done some stupid things where I'm carrying something, but on top of the box there's the bowl with the Captain Crunch or other food item, and I will lean my head in and grab it with my tongue as I'm carrying with two hands the box.
Exactly. You get it. You understand.
Yeah,
Rabbit.
I get
You
it. I get it. I don't know how I feel about getting it and understanding it, but I get it. I understand it.
Well, I'm glad you understand, Rabbit. You are one of my people, truly. Truly, you understand me as much as you have betrayed me in the past.
The
George,
hell
on
is
the other
wrong
hand.
with you two?
What's wrong with you?
Just get a bowl
Listen-
and a spoon.
No,
It's
no, no.
not
George,
that
George.
difficult.
George, you say it's not that difficult, but let me ask you a question here. How many
Okay.
people are here? How many people?
There
Tell
are
me right
three
now,
people here.
There are 3 people. Now, 2 of these people both have similar experiences, yes?
Yeah.
So, statistically, doesn't that make you the weird one here? Doesn't that make you
No.
abnormal with your bowl and spoon?
No, because the rest of the world is bowl and
no,
spoon.
we're not talking about the rest of the world. We're talking about here, right
Okay.
now. Are you not
All
the
right.
weird one?
Yes, it's 1 against 2. Yes, I am the weird one. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, accept your position, George. Say,
I
I'm
will.
sorry for trying to insult you by calling you strange. What's wrong with you? These horrible things. Accept your
Look,
wrongness here and apologize.
I'm gonna be that guy. I do enjoy eating it with a spoon. However,
Oh, I do too.
However-
Do not get me wrong here.
yeah. However, when it comes down to if you're doing something else but you're hungry, so you want to eat and do that other thing, then you gotta find a way, a creative solution to it. And there are plenty of people out there that will do exactly what Sam and I are talking about.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in all fairness, I'll pour a dry bowl of Captain Crunch little peanut butter clusters and just pick it up by the bottom and tilt it into my mouth sometimes. Like I want the Captain Crunch.
I need. Oh my god, I can't see myself doing that. Nope.
No, no,
Nope.
no.
I'm just a bowl and spoon kind of guy.
Bowl and
Unfortunately.
spoon? Bowl and spoon.
Yep.
You know you know what a bowl is, right?
Yes.
A spoon without a handle.
I
Yeah. Yeah. So you're.
I
Just
thought
eating
I thought a bowl
you're-
was just a pot without a handle.
Well, a pot's also just a spoon with a handle. It's just a big spoon.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all just the same thing. You know what a plate is?
It's just a spoon.
It's just a spoon
That-
that somebody hammered out without a handle.
Did any of y'all eat your cereal with orange juice?
No. What
that
the
a
hell
help?
is wrong with you?
No. Okay, good. Okay, y'all aren't weird either. Okay, good. I have a friend of mine who does that. It's disgusting.
That's interesting. I now want
I
to
think
try
it would.
that.
I want to
No.
try it just to see how bad it is, but at
Yeah.
the same time, it depends on the cereal.
I was gonna say
'Cause
you
if
have
it's
to do
like-
it more than once because there's so many cereals.
Yeah,
Fruity
if
Pebbles
it's
might
like
be pretty good.
if it's like
He eats
fruity
it with
pebbles,
Fruity Pebbles. He eats it with Fruity Pebbles, actually. I was about
Fruity
to say
Pebbles
that.
would actually be
Okay.
pretty good. I think.
if it's fruity pebbles, it might be okay. But if it's like Lucky Charms, I don't know about that. Cheerios, absolutely not. Maybe Honey Nut Cheerios, but not
Ooh,
Cheerios.
Honey Nut Orange Juice.
Honey
Exactly.
Nut orange
Oh,
juice.
and that's
That
just
actually
making the
doesn't
orange
sound
juice
bad either.
sweeter.
Yeah, that actually
my
doesn't
God.
sound too bad.
But
Hold
the
on.
orange juice with the what's the Cheerios made out of? The wheat or the whole wheat or whatever it is?
Yeah,
That-
whole grain.
A whole grain, right?
Heart
That
healthy.
one might end up being a little weird because it'll just turn an orange juice drink into a pulpy orange juice if you don't
Pulp.
drink it with pulp already.
Yeah,
The
you're
word.
right. You're very right here. So okay.
How to turn
So
orange juice to be pulp orange juice if you got the non-pulp kind by accident and you want
put
pulp.
Cheerios in
Put
it.
Cheerios in it.
That's
There you go.
disgusting. I'm just saying it. That is absolutely disgusting, Rabbit. Please do not try this at home, kids.
If you want to experiment with food, be my guest because food you can try once.
Again, this
Granted,
is my friend I'm talking about. I
That
don't
sounded
give
like a
shit.
threat.
Granted, you can try anything once.
Rabbit, you're starting to scare me.
That's a very dangerous precedence there.
It really
that's a
is.
very-
I mean, if you want to eat lava, you can always try it once.
I don't.
That's
Could
it.
you?
Only
No, no, no.
once.
No.
One,
You would have to do
one, and
you-
you're done.
No,
like,
no.
literally.
Here's the thing. Here is the thing with that. It is not one and done. It is possibly up to 2 and done. Hear me. 3 and done. 3 and done. Sorry,
Okay.
hear me
All
out.
right.
Hear me out here. Hear me out. Hear me out. So, if you're trying to eat lava, magma, it doesn't really matter which. At the end of the day, they're the same thing, right? I forget what you said. Lava, magma, lava,
Lava. Yeah.
lava.
Magma is different than lava. Lava's above ground. Magma is
So-
below.
Attempt 1, you shove your right hand in, trying to just scoop it out. You know, you burn your hand. Your hand's gone. That's attempt.
That's
1.
not trying it. That's not trying it.
That you said trying to eat. You said you can try to eat lava.
You can. I said you could
once.
eat it once.
You said try. You very
I
clearly
didn't-
said try.
I
try
said you
was
could
in
eat it
that
once.
statement.
You can eat
You
anything.
can try
once.
to eat lava once. Those were your words.
My bad.
Tanner.
You can eat anything. You can try anything once. Is what I was saying. Because you know what if you're trying a new food, it's more that it's touching your mouth and you're tasting it. That's the trying it.
But the
That's
thing there
that's
is,
the
would you ever
terminology
actually-
I'm saying.
Would you ever actually taste the lava? Or would
Once.
the heat burn your taste buds before it even gets there?
You'd
Once.
probably taste it for like a split second, and then after that, your buds are just gone. Your whole
No,
tongue's
you're,
gone.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
you're gone. You're gone after that. You're just
I was
gone
gonna
from
say,
the sheer
this is what-
pain.
This is why I'm asking. Would your taste buds burn before
Yes.
the lava touches you or
Oh,
after?
no. After.
Because why after? Because it throws off a lot of heat.
Yeah. And would you say that doesn't attribute to the flavor?
No, it doesn't.
So
I'm
you
telling
would
you right now, temperature does not attribute to flavor.
Oh, it really does. I've had some really garbage things that when they were cooled down, I could fully taste it and it was just bad. But if it was warmed up, it tasted really good. But that's because
Also, wait,
I couldn't taste
hold
it.
on. You're correct. You are correct. It does attribute to a flavor, but at the same time, the heat it throws off itself is not part of the flavor.
I'd argue it
Not-
is.
I'm sorry. So you can taste the heat
Yes.
blowing off of your grilled cheese sandwich.
I can.
I'm calling shenanigans.
Well, tell them hi. I've missed them. It's been a while since I've said hi to
You
Shenanigans.
got your
I'm
flair?
calling shenanigans.
Do you got your flair?
No, I
19 pieces, you know, legally required, or you get fired. Sorry, not legally required. I
I
suggest
was about to
you
say
have
I
more
can't.
flair.
I can't get fired if I don't have something to fire.
Anyway, I just don't believe the heat itself would, count as part of the flavor. So
That's
if your
fine.
if your taste buds burn off before the lava gets there,
So-
then you can't
the
actually
idea-
try lava.
The idea is more. It goes in your mouth and you die. It's
yeah,
once.
yeah, no.
It's
I'm gonna
once.
say,
You
can
you
try
gotta eat it once.
you can get it in your mouth once.
Yes.
Well, I'll go with that. I'll accept that statement.
Okay.
Get it in your mouth once.
I will say this though. What's it called? I think like when people order, like I'm sure y'all know what this is, like the fajita plate where the plate is sizzling on
Yes.
a literal
Yes.
cast iron. That a lot of people order that because it looks cool, but it's also because it's still quite literally cooking. And
Yes.
the heat off of that has a flavor to it. And I think that's why also people order it. So yeah, I would say that you can taste quote unquote the heat that resonates from the
it's-
food.
It's
I
more the
have
scent
no idea
that
what
comes.
the hell you mean.
It's more the
Scented.
scent that comes off of it from the heat. And so you can get an idea of what it tastes like before it even touches your mouth. Just like
Yeah.
you can with, like, if you look
But
at a
you're not
wall,
tasting the damn heat.
like if you look at a wall or you look at a piece of wood or something that is textured, like carpet, for example,
Yeah.
and you don't have to do it yourself, like physically do it, but you can look at it and be like, yeah, I got an idea as to what that might taste like
Yeah.
just by the sheer texture that I'm seeing with it.
Like, I know that George tastes like salt because that's what he's made of.
What the fuck?
Simple as. Simple as. Anyway, George, we need to double back here. I
Okay.
forget what were we talking about?
I don't know. Y'all went on a tangent about
You're
heat
talking about
or something.
planning or whatever.
Oh yeah, we were talking about planning, and you gave us an example of something you tried to plan that ended up falling through anyway. Because I mean, honestly, that's kind of an open-ended question. Of like, you can do either or. Unfortunately, you chose something about trying to celebrate a friend's birthday. I didn't know you had those, by the way. Congratulations, that's awesome to hear. But I did ask Rabbit earlier that whole thing I went on a spiel about. So tell me more about that. You do
About
remember,
the
right?
grocery shopping.
No. Flying by the seat of your pants or planning. You said you usually fly by the seat of your pants or more, impromptu stuff. But tell me more about it. What's your brand of impromptu? Rabbit said he structures it to like I plan to do this today, but I don't know how I'm gonna get there. What kind of impromptu do you do? Do you do the thing that like I'm gonna do this today and then the steps are different? Do you? Huh?
Why do you sound like Stewie from Family Guy?
Because I'm slowly running out of things to say, and I'm realizing that you know how I blamed you last time for liking to hear yourself talk a lot? Kind
Yeah.
of feels like I'm talking way too much.
How the
They're there.
turntables.
But at the
There,
same time,
there.
I'm genuinely leading into me talking more and more because I do actually enjoy talking. Not necessarily hearing myself talk, but talking is a pretty fun thing because you can just ramble on and on and on, and nobody can really do anything to stop you unless they start talking over you. And most people won't start talking over you because it's generally considered
I
pretty
am
rude to talk over
so
people. And Rabbit's pretty good at it, but I can just
I am
ignore
so
him
good
most of the
at
time.
so many things. We can just kind
He,
of talk at
he's
the
great.
same
Yeah.
time.
See,
It's so
he's
amazing.
pretty good. Yeah, he
Shutting up
gets
is
it.
pretty hard to
We're-
do though, because I can shut up.
God
Shutting
damn it,
up.
I'm gonna have to shut up if I keep laughing at him. But no, I won't do that because I'm better than that. I'm better than
yeah,
him.
you are
I'm
totally better
above
than that.
him
There
in
is
terms of
no way
impromptu
I can
talking. And
get
George, I need you to
this
tell me,
off my
how do
chest.
you plan your days? Could you get on that already? Like we've been waiting for the last 5 minutes. All right, George, would you kindly answer the question?
What was the question?
I don't know.
Just answer
Somebunny,
it already.
God damn it, George.
The host, everybody. To answer your question, I have a lot of structure now, at least recently. I don't really that's not true. I've been more impromptu lately, but most of my stuff with my daily life is always planned. Like I have a set schedule of like what time I do things to when I do it, and then I actually do it, and then I kind of structure my day like that. So, but if something were to come up out of nowhere and I have to plan for that, like impromptu, I probably just I would then make it planned, I guess. I don't know.
You would do your best to work it out, make sure you know what you need to
Yep.
do, how you got to do it, where you got to go. That's
Yep.
fair enough.
Pretty
That's
much.
fair enough.
George
Now,
has to
on the other
structure
hand-
his life.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I totally get it. I have, honestly, a lot of my life structured. I mean, look at the fact that you bastards have to work around my schedule for recording this. Yeah.
Oh God.
Anyway,
the rest
on
is
that
now in
note,
my
though,
head.
I did. God damn it, you're right. I did ask this earlier of George Rabbit. How about you? What's your funny little story about you planning something that? Sorry about that. Rabbit sent a picture. That's not going to appear anywhere, so you're going to suffer without that. You're just going to suffer with me laughing,
Yeah.
But on that note, Rabbit, tell me about a time where you actually planned for something and either it fell through or actually worked out. Like, fun story. Give me a story. Tell me about your life. Tell me about the things you do. Tell me about the things you planned. Come on.
Okay. Well, Things that I have planned in the past that either fell through or went all the way. Um, oh God. The most that I can think of in terms of planning something is that I would plan. Again, I'm going back to the Dungeon and Dragon situation where um I plan out a session and I would basically be like, okay, I ultimately need them to do this, 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 and this. But how do I get them to hit those notes? And I would come up with harebrained schemes to get them to hit the notes. My favorite one, I think I streamed it. It was a Mutants and Masterminds campaign where with the GM squad, where they were playing as aliens on a new world that we had world built together in a previous recording, and they needed to figure out where they were. My whole goal for the end of that adventure was to get them to realize that I had tied the two streams together. That the world that they landed in is the world we built.
Oh, that would be fun.
So
Sorry.
I tried everything I could think of to get them to finally have the lights turn on for all three of them. To be like, oh, Rabbit, you little bitch. It's just like, yeah, that's me. But it really took the whole 3 hours. It took so long before the lights just finally gleamed on that they finally got it. So the plan fully went to expectation. I just didn't expect it to take that long.
Well, that's a completely understandable thing to not like expect it to take that long, but at the same time, you got to consider how many times have people like put up their reading glasses up on their head and been like, "Oh shit, where are my glasses?" and then search the entire house up and down, all around, couldn't find the glasses anywhere until somebody else points out, "Hey, they're just on your head. They're just right there, right there." That
I've
happens all
never.
the time. Like there could be something they could literally be holding it in their damn hands,
I don't
and there
know.
are times when people are like, "Where is this thing?"
George just saw the picture.
You
Yep.
just saw it, yeah.
I
I'm
just
so
saw
proud
it.
I'm so proud of you right now, George. I'm so proud of you. Please stop. Please.
Although
Gonna
that
get
laugh is more
deducted
like.
point.
Yeah, that's more of
Yeah,
a.
that's more like it. For those that want to know, it's a lizard that's being it's just going. Just look up that
Sounds like a
gif. You'll
smoker's
see it.
laugh.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yes.
Smoothskins. We got all the laughing in the world
Oh,
to do.
smoothskins? Are we talking about a
Smoothskins.
blood-eyed lizard or whatever the hell it is that squirts blood from its eye holes?
Maybe.
I hate that that's a thing, by the way. Like, that's a terrifying concept that there's a lizard out in the desert that will just squirt blood out of its eyes at things.
It's a
Like,
defense mechanism, you know?
It is, but it's kind of, like, horrific.
Yeah.
On our level. I mean, on their level, it's probably, like, just dead as
Imagine
shit,
seeing
but,
that in a
like,
horror game. It's not a defense mechanism.
it's not a defense mechanism anymore. Okay. Anyway, so like you know how it is. You know how it is. You know, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. But we're gonna keep talking anyway. George has been rather silent today, and that's kind of upsetting to me, honestly. So we're gonna lean back to him since we kind of fell off here. Other than so we're gonna. I don't know why I keep trying to do that. It's not very good. Anyway, we're gonna swing back to George here and his laughter and enjoyment. We're gonna ask him a question that is when was an embarrassing time that something you were something you were like doing impromptuing doing on the improv uh doing impromptuing,
So
something that what? Yes.
it's not your fault.
I know the accident wasn't my
It's
fault.
not your fault.
I forgot you 3 years ago. Shut up.
It's not your fault.
Nothing's my fault. I know. I'm perfect. I'm beautiful.
Assume
I
you need to
don't do
wake up.
anything wrong. I've already
Wake
woken up.
up.
I've told you this. You died
You need to
3
wake up.
years ago. I slammed you into that tree
Wake
intentionally.
up.
You were in a coma for
Wake
8
up.
years before
Wake
they
up,
pulled the
Soom.
plug.
Wake up, Soom. It's
Wake
okay.
up.
Wake up.
Okay, anyway,
coma.
George, time. You did an impromptu thing that didn't go quite as well as you anticipated. something embarrassing that you impromptu did. You know, tell me. And if you can't think of anything, that's okay. That's okay. I always have a backup story. You know me. I always have things planned out. I always have things at the ready.
I once thought,
George is falling
no,
asleep
but
on me. He thinks this is boring. What
no,
the
no, no.
fuck,
I'm trying to
dude?
think. I'm trying to think here.
Do you want
Because
me?
I can't think of anything that of your situation of what you're.
Do you want to take a moment?
The only thing I
I
remember.
can lean towards Rabbit. You can always take.
No,
a
no.
moment to
I
think.
remember. I just remember planning that party, but anything else is like trying to think here.
I'm not saying planned. I'm saying unplanned. Something that you got into a situation where you didn't have time to prepare beforehand at all. You just kind of winged it.
Oh,
Wang it?
okay.
Yeah. I'm
Actually,
talking the opposite situation,
okay.
not pre-planned.
Okay, I actually have one story. This is like more recent, but my dad wanted to go see his mom, which she lives in another city, and so he like asked me out of the blue to buy him plane tickets. And I was like, you know what, I'll go, whatever. Turns out my dad is like old school and doesn't use a lot of like the modern technology, especially with flights. Doesn't use the app, doesn't use his phone for as a ticket. He still prints out his ticket from his printer and takes it with him. Basically meaning that if he loses that piece of paper, he cannot board his flight. And I'm like, hey, Pop, here, let me just download the app for you, whatever airline we were on, and you can literally have your ticket and your phone. That way, because I know you're not gonna lose your phone, but even if you lose your paper ticket, you'll still have your ticket. He straight up is like, nah, son, I want to use this paper. You know, I can't use that phone. It's too complicated. I'm like, Pop, you just download it, make an account, and then boom, that's it. But you know, old school mindset. He lost his paper ticket. Um, and I had to talk to through his phone to the helper lady that was helping him retrieve his ticket because he deleted the confirmation email that was sent to his email
Oh,
because
no.
he thought I printed it. I don't need this email, so he deleted it. So I was literally on the phone because I was smart enough to make sure it also sent to my email too. And I had to read out to the lady over the phone his confirmation number. And then she's like, "Oh, we got it. Yep, here it is." Okay, I'm like, "Ma'am, can you please?" And I asked her, "Can you please get his phone and download I think it was American Airlines app on his phone, please? And can you help it? I know it's a lot, ma'am, but can you make an account for him?" She's like, "Of course, sweetie, I'll do it." I'm like, "Oh, thank God, thank you so much." So she did it. She showed him how to do it, and there was like a line of people behind him, and I'm sure people were pissed. But because my dad is so hard headed, I had to like bob and weave this confusing ass thing that he made out of just because downloading an app is too confusing for him.
Too confusing
while-
or too much of a hassle?
See,
By the way, I was actually almost late to my connecting flight because I landed in Dallas, and on the entire way walking to the terminal. Also, for those who don't travel a lot, if you go to Dallas for your fucking connecting flight, and you better have more than an hour between flights because if not, you're not going to make it, especially if it's on the other side of the damn place. There is like 3 or 4 different terminals at Dallas Fort Worth. So they could put you at Terminal B and your next flight's at Terminal D. You got to take that Skyline ramp thing or that the Sky, I think it's called Skyline. It's like a little motor train or whatever. You got to make sure that you rush there, get to the Skyline, and make sure that you get there in time. Because if not, you're going to miss your flight. Anyway, I was on the phone the entire time getting off the plane, going to my connecting flight. I had time, but people around me were listening to me yelling in my phone. The confirmation number is
that would be embarrassing.
BX37Z. And then the lady's like, "What was the last one?" Z as in zebra. So
Come
yeah,
on,
that
Z.
was probably the
that
most
would be
like
so-
unexpected thing. Yeah, it was a pain. It was so bad. I love my dad to bet. I love him. It's just once we got to the our destination, I grabbed his phone. I'm like, give me that damn phone. Okay, the app is here. Your tickets are on here, Pop. You don't have to worry about losing them. All right. He's like, okay, son, I get it now. Yeah, the lady showed me how. I'm good now. I'm good. But oh
That's
my god.
that would have had to have been stressful, not just for you, but for everybody involved. Your dad, the flight lady, or the airport lady. That would have had to just
Yeah.
been stress inducing for everybody.
Yeah, my dad told me that he held up the line. There were like, I think he said that because of him, like 4 people missed their flight.
Damn.
Damn, that would.
'Cause-
Is that a power move or is that something you should be ashamed of?
Something you should be ashamed of because my dad is so. I love my dad, like I said, but he's so hard headed sometimes and so rigid in his ways that he will not do something just because if it takes any minute or minute amount of like stress or effort, he will not do it. So it's like, okay, you just screwed over 4 people, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, they can suck it.
Yeah, I love my dad, like I said, salt of the earth, but just God, traveling with him, I learned after that, air traveling with him is probably the most stressful thing. And if I ever do it again, I have to mentally prepare myself because I know something he's gonna do or he's gonna do wrong. Whether it be he put the luggage on the wrong flight, or he may, forgot his luggage on on the upper thing of the plane or something. I don't know. It's just stressful traveling with him.
Could
Air
you
traveling, at least.
imagine? Could you imagine forgetting that you um left your luggage on top of the airplane like you do a car?
Uh, you put your luggage on top. Wait, you put your car on top of airplanes?
No, no, the luggage on top of the car.
But wait, you
Yeah.
put your luggage on top of an airplane?
No,
Yeah,
there's like
imagine
overhead
doing
bins you
that.
put
Just
in.
imagine doing that.
Yeah, like I mean, how do you even get up there in the first place? That's kind of weird, man.
Oh, you just break the window, you climb out, and you put it on top.
Now, see, I can't talk about leaving your luggage on an airplane because usually I end up getting my bags checked just because I usually take one carry on and like the personal item kind of deal, and then I'm just like, oh, they're saying, oh, our flight's really full. Check your luggage. We'll do it for free, and I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, do that. I don't want to deal with overhead shit.
No,
I
I will never do that. I will never do that because one thing happened to me. It was from I would think it was from California. I was flying from California to Dallas to um back to where I live, and I hate it. I will never check it because when I checked my bag for that flight, I was supposed to connect to Dallas, not land there, but my bag was the final destination was in Dallas. So when I
weird.
found that out through the app, I had to literally go through the exit, go find my bag at the baggage claim, go through TSA, all within 45 minutes. I had barely made the plane with like literal minute, 2 minutes to spare because of all that.
So I get where you're coming
So
from there. I should clarify, I've never done the connecting flight thing. I would not check a bag on a connecting flight for that very reason. Like
well, I mean, it might have just been a glitch at the moment. I understand that, but
yeah,
just for me going through that stress of missing my flight for my bag, no.
it's more
I-
of fear for me.
yeah.
Like I only ever have clothing in my carry-on anyway, so like if it gets lost, it gets lost. But at the same time, it's like I'd rather not lose it. But anyway, I was going somewhere here with this because the last time I got my stuff checked or whatever, I ended up waiting in line to get on the plane behind some guy, right?
Mhm.
As you do. He's walking down the runway, and it's like my bag is the gate check, so I have to leave it at the end of the runway right before the plane. He sees me do this, and he was like, "Oh shit, can I do that too?" I don't respond. He puts down his like the little wheelie handle and just puts it with the rest of the luggage, which not a thing you do at an airport.
No.
No.
Just that is not a thing you do at an airport. If it does not have that check tag, you do not leave that anywhere. No unattended baggage. Do not do that. Do
Yep.
not do that.
Do
And
not do
as
that.
As we're on the plane, or as like everybody's seated, I'm seated like 3 rows behind him, back of the plane, nice comfy seat. Nobody in the middle seat. I'm at the window. Perfect. Irrelevant to the story. The flight crew calls over the overhead. Is like, "Hello, is there anybody on this plane with this type of bag with a pink tag on it, labeled with last name this?" I say to the person next to me, "I'm pretty sure that's the guy 2 lanes in front of him. Do you think you could get his attention?" Because he's got headphones on. He's not listening. She tries to get his attention. He just kind of brushes her off. This happens twice more. It's like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna let this play out as much as it does. And they call like 2 or 3 more times over, and then one of his buddies, because he's apparently flying with like 11 people, like just this huge group of friends. They finally like run up and like slap him on the back of the head and is like, "Hey, did you leave your bag on the runway?" And it's like, somebody got his attention.
Yeah.
But it's like, because that could have just grounded our entire flight for who knows how long had he
Yep.
not claimed his bag. And,
Yeah, because they would have thought it was a bomb or something, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
Yep.
that's why you don't leave unattended luggage at an airport. Anything.
Oh,
unattended
God.
nothing at an airport.
I didn't think that was where the story was going. I was going, he's gonna get it left behind, and it's just,
See,
he's never
that was my
getting it
initial
back.
thought until it. That was my initial thought. I really didn't care at the time because I wasn't really thinking. And then afterwards, I was like, "Holy shit!" Airport security
Huh.
would have had a fucking field day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, no, that
would
guy,
have been horrible.
that guy would have been stuck behind.
And it's hilarious to me as well because they did the like, oh, we're doing an extra TSA check at this gate sometimes kind of thing. And they did it at the gate right next to us, and I was like, oh, I'm glad I don't have to go through that. But I'm pretty sure had that panned out, I may have had to.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a good thing their buddy smacked him on the side of the head, going, "Hey,
yeah, no,
pay
it was
attention."
it was kind of great to see that at least. Because the person I asked to get his attention, because I couldn't from back corner, like we were diagonal from each other. Really nice old lady.
Talk
She was coming
about
back
best
from her
laid
daughter's
plans.
wedding. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, moving on from that story, because that really came out of nowhere other than, George's flight talking. Sorry about that. I really do like to hear myself talk, huh?
You're good.
Yeah,
No.
I think I
You-
answered your question though, Soom.
You
Hopefully.
did. You actually did pretty well. I appreciated that greatly. That was a very good.
I wasn't
genuine
bored of your.
answer.
I wasn't bored of the top. I was generally trying to figure out like that scenario, but then it really,
Oh,
to me, honestly, I don't think I've ever had a situation besides that with my dad at the airport. Like it just, I
yeah, see,
tried to remember, but
So you don't-
nothing would pop up.
so you don't do any winging plans throughout the day. So like you get out of bed, you know exactly what you're doing as soon as you get out of bed because it's already pre-planned for you.
Basically, when I was married, yeah, I mean, she would be like to be the impromptu who want to do stuff, but me, it's more like it's all kind of pre-planned out. Like, okay, today I'm going to the store. Like this morning, like I woke up.
So-
My weekends is I get up, brush my teeth, all the other good jazz, go to the store early in the morning because I know the traffic's going to be bad later. After that, edit, hang out with you guys or play video games, and then edit, and then maybe stream, or I guess they'll do the podcast, then maybe stream. That's like that's how my day is structured. I structure it. It's very rare, if any time I do it all anymore, that I would have like, you know what? I feel like having this today out of nowhere. I want to go get that. No,
I mean, I feel like there have been 1 or 2 times when you're like, I want to go get a cookie or some oddity
I'm
when
gonna
you're
go
like
get
on
some
call with us. You're
tacos
just
from
like,
Taco Bell or whatever.
yeah, like there have been a few times where you're just like, I really want this suddenly, and then you just fuck off and talk to us in the car or something for a little bit. That's happened once or twice.
yeah, but I think that's just because I was going through what I was going through.
Oh,
But like
that is
now,
very
it's
fair.
like
Yeah, that's fair.
now it's
yeah.
like no, not anymore. Like now that I'm normal again, it's like no.
And
I just-
and to be
I
fair,
wasn't
along with that,
normal
that was
before.
very few and far between. Like it happened twice.
Yeah.
But yeah. Cool.
No, but I get you.
It
Yeah,
wasn't.
I think,
It's not
yeah,
a
what-
lot, but if I had 2 nickels, I mean that's still kind of crazy.
It's 10
Man,
cents.
if I had a nickel for every time this happened, I'd have 2 nickels, and it's not a lot, but it sure is weird it happened twice.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Sub.
Yeah.
I knew what you were
you're-
talking
yes,
about.
You're right.
You know?
Yeah.
But
I guess-
if I had been more on the ball, I'd have done my Doofenshmirtz impersonation with it,
Ah,
yes, the
Doofenshmirtz personality. Yes.
But I
But I think
struggle
with-
with the Doofenshmirtz. See, this isn't right. This isn't the Doofenshmirtz. Anyway, sorry for cutting you off there,
But-
George.
No, you're good. You're good. But I think now I don't. Yeah, not much anymore. It's
yeah,
more
I was
like
gonna say it was
structure, and it's like, you know what, this is my day. We're good. Like, okay, like I don't think I've had late night food in a long time, like
That's-
anymore. Just,
That's good.
I mean, also because I'm older and dealing with that the morning after sucks. So yeah, no, I'm good.
We are
You're
getting
getting
older.
older
yeah.
and wiser. You're older and
Yeah.
wiser than you once were. See, once again, we reach back to the time because I'm aging in reverse. Remember, 3 days a year, 3 days backwards. That's it. That's all I age.
And some's gonna
I'm gonna live a long
live a
time.
long life. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It comes with the 13 feet of height, you know. You know I'm the callback guy because I will call back all our bullshit. Sadly.
Good. I appreciate that.
Bro is a plunger. He brings up all the old shit.
Okay, I don't. That was beautiful, George. I'd love to give you credit for that, but I do know that you got that from somewhere.
Aren't
I
most
got it from an
jokes-
old friend of mine.
Oh yeah, no.
most jokes
At
gotten
this point,
from
most
somewhere?
at this point, most jokes are recycled. Yeah, and I cannot blame anyone. I just that was beautiful. Okay, I just can't give him full marks because as beautiful as it is,
Fair enough.
beautiful
Fair
as
enough.
it is.
That's fair. I really didn't want anything out of it. I just thought it would be funny.
It was funny. It was beautiful. I loved it. Why can't you always be that funny?
Sorry, Dad.
You're a
Let you down.
disappointment, son. You shouldn't have gone to clown school. You know, I am the great clown, Pagalucci. You should have done better. You should have grown better. You should have grown more. You should have gone to doctor school.
Doctor school.
Not even medical school. Doctor school.
Doctor school.
Doctor school. That's where you get your
Doctor school.
PhD in being a doctor.
Yes,
See,
exactly.
that's the scam. Like everyone thinks medical school's it. Nah, it's doctor school.
It's doctor
Exactly.
school.
Missing out.
Exactly.
You don't get a doctorate anywhere else. It's a doctor school.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask
Anyway,
my doctors from now on. Did you go to doctor school or medical school? It's a big difference.
It's a big difference.
They say medical school. I don't want to be seen by you. Get out of here. I fire you. We go see a real doctor.
Oh, doctor school, we love you. We love you, doctor school. You take care of us. You take care of all of our woes. You doctor them right up. You make everything look good and pretty. But anyway,
True.
as much as doctoring is good for your photos, how about we talk about something a little bit more calm and reassuring?
Like the ending.
Rabbit.
Oh, Rabbit.
Rabbit,
What?
what were you going to say, George, real quick?
I was gonna say, Rabbit, remember when I told you that I noticed my BO more lately?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, it turns out what's it called? The deodorant that I was using is really bad apparently.
Yeah, I've had that kind of issue before too, and it's like, why is it like this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
find
doesn't deodorize. It's an antiperspirant, but not a deodorant.
I find
Yeah.
that
So-
also with some shirts that also is the case. Like I think it's like straight up nylon shirts. I tend to notice the BO from my armpits or whatever a lot more than like cotton shirts.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I think most shirts I own are cotton. I don't really wear nylon anymore, but yeah.
So have we
Quite
deviated from your
frankly-
plan?
Yeah, what's
there
up,
was a
Sue?
plan. I was
Yeah,
gonna
your
say, I'm
plan.
quite frankly disgusted by your boy smell talk.
Oh, apparently Soon doesn't have BO. My fault.
No. I'm just not interested in your boy smells. If I want boy
Oh,
smell,
okay.
I want cute boy smell, not your ugly mug.
The musk.
So if it's cute boy body odor, then it's fine.
Yes, exactly. In fact, it is better.
Okay.
than fine.
It's
good.
funny. It's the same mindset with me. Like if another one of my friends smell like shit, I will tell them. But if it's like a really hot girl, like you know what, that smells amazing, even though it objectively smells really bad.
Yeah,
But if
no,
she's
it's-
hot, it's like, yeah, I could deal with this.
Yeah, exactly. He gets it. He gets it. George
Yep.
gets
I get
it.
you,
I
Sue.
love it.
It's speaking of, it's okay. I won't say it, but I'll bring it up next time.
Oh, I
There's
don't
a
care.
good story with that.
Why not?
No,
If
we're
it's
out-
gonna- I
we're
was gonna say
out
if it's
of
gonna take
time,
time.
Sue.
We're
Out of
we're
time. Yeah, we're out of time.
Yeah, come on,
Yeah.
Sue. Jesus
I know
Christ.
we're out of time. I figured we had like a minute or two if it was a short story. I'm sorry.
No,
Kinda
it's a
forgot
long
about
story.
the whole introduction thing. I kind of forgot about the part where I have to go like, oh hey, these are the points everybody got. They're so beautiful, aren't they? And then I tell you that Rabbit won or George won, or I'm gonna tell you now. I'm crowning the winner right now, and the winner is me. I won. You guys did shit. You didn't.
Cool.
You didn't do
All
anything.
right.
I won. I'm the host next time, guys.
Okay.
Oh, we're starting
yeah.
that precedent so early. Huh? All
See,
right.
Rabbit, that's what you get. This is what you get, Rabbit.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this. No,
Yep,
we're
no.
not doing this. No, 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 no,
What-
no.
what do you
no.
mean?
You don't get to
Congratulations,
turn this
Zoom.
around. You don't get to
You
turn around.
Congratulations, Zoom.
You don't get to
Make
turn
your
the bit around on me.
victory
You do not get to
Victory
turn the bit
speech?
around on me. You do not get to turn the bit around on me.
Yo,
No,
so
no,
is
no,
this
no,
a
no,
victory
no.
speech or?
First of
I mean,
all,
I'll do my
we do
loser
lose-
speech now.
We do
Yeah,
lose a
same.
speech first. So George, can you start?
Okay. Oh, thanks, man. So Soom won. That's gonna be crazy to have him be host 2 times in a row. Congratulations, Soom. It's been a hard fought match, Rabbit, but you know, got to give it to Somebunny for winning this one. So yeah, Soom, I can't wait for your topic next week.
Yeah, no,
my speech.
I have to also agree with George. It was a tough fought battle about best laid plans and what have you, but in the end, both he and I lost. It was a good match. Congratulations, Some. Can't wait for your next topic for the next episode. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to give my victory speech here. I really appreciate the kind words you both are giving me. It's very wonderful, very kind, very, very heartfelt words you've just said. But
Heartfelt.
I'm going to announce my resignation from this podcast right now, right here. I may be the host next time, but that just means the podcast dies here today.
I'm sure
But
we can
anyway,
find
wanna be
some.
host again?
I'm sure we could find a replacement. Maybe my brother might be interested in taking some spot.
Now, here's
no,
the thing.
I'd rather have Wolf
Here's
than
the
Ark,
thing.
to be honest.
No.
Fuck you, Ark.
No, but no, legitimately wise, if we look at the points, we look at the fun times. George here is our winner.
Are you
Mostly
shitting
because
me right now?
he didn't really talk, and I feel like he should be punished for that.
What? I was thinking of a freaking moment. That's why.
Yeah, but see, you
I was
also
kind of
didn't-
happy you guys were.
You see, here's the thing. You also got a negative for the whole, like talking over people bit. Like me and Rabbit, we started like rambling on and on and on, and just kind of talking about nothing, and then you just kind of sat there silently, being sad and depressing.
Because I was trying to think of a thing that for your topic. I genuinely like.
I appreciate
yeah.
the
Wait.
effort you put in, but it just wasn't enough to lose.
Okay.
Wait,
Oh, wow,
so
so that
that
makes-
last
oh.
bit was fake?
Was it? I mean,
Apparently.
do you guys think it's okay for me to go again? Because I mean, at the end of the day, right now, it's up to George.
What
if
the
he accepts
host
victory or
says
I don't-
not.
goes. That's what I was thinking.
I don't know. Like I think that's you're tricking
Oh,
our
no.
viewers, Soom.
Am
You're
I
making
tricking
them mad
you? Are you
soon.
tricking me? Am I doing it, or are you doing it, George?
Because I thought
I
we
don't really
gave the
care.
losers and winners speeches already. I'm confused. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I would
that's
honestly
fine.
like. I want Soom to host because it makes him suffer even more. So
It does make me suffer. I mean, honestly, look at how much I suffered today. This was horrible. I
Hey,
genuinely
maybe
despised it.
next time it gives you enough time to plan.
I was gonna say maybe next
Yeah.
time I actually have an idea before we just kind of start going into it, because I really didn't have anything ready for today. This was the best I could do on short notice, man. But anyway, we've done our speeches. We've done our speeches. George,
Okay.
shut the hell up. Shut your mouth.
All right.
Shut it. Rabbit, you stop laughing too. Here, you know what? This has been that infinite nonsense thing, and this has been honestly just the worst experience of my life. And I really appreciate you guys being here for it. But I'm not plugging either of these people. They do not deserve it. I'm going to tell you this was I'm Somebunny. That's Rabbit Hat Sean, right there. Doc,
Hi.
man, Doc.
Hi, I'm
Yeah,
Sean.
See
Hi.
that's Rabbit Hat. That's Rabbit Hat. No, see the other guy I'm here with, George. Doc,
what's
George.
what's
That's
up?
George 2D. He helped me today. He was a great help. Totally a great help. Amazing man. Perfect man. Did an excellent job. Never seen a better job. I'll see you guys next time. But this is once again, this has been infinite nonsense. And I guess we have a host for next time. I don't know who it is anymore. But I'll see
It's
you then.
you idiot.
It's you.
Oh.
You gave yourself the winner.
Bye.
Adios, everyone.
Bye.